All right, y'all, Rick's about the morning show. Hey, it is the top of the hour, y'all. A lot of stuff going on, man. Listen, we were talking about the Breonna Taylor case on yesterday. Now, it's been 3 months since Louisville police fatally shot Breonna Taylor in her own apartment. Now, just yesterday, the Louisville Metro Police Department finally decided to release the incident report, right? Now, never mind the fact that it took this long to be released. The report is mostly blank. And it is just all wrong. On the phone this morning, we got one of the lawyers representing Breonna Taylor's family. Please help welcome attorney Lonita Baker to the show. Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Break down everything that's gone that is wrong with this bogus police report.
Well, there's several things wrong with it, and it just continues to show the incompetence of the Louisville Metro Police in handling the investigation into the murder of Breonna Taylor. You know, first thing you see is that, you know, for forced entry, it says no. Well, we know that they bust down the door with a battering ram. And then, you know, we know Breonna Taylor was shot 8 times, and it says no injuries.
What?
Yeah, no, absolutely no injuries. I'm like, she was shot 8 times and she died. But, and what this blank, virtually blank incident report, what it shows me is that from the beginning, you know, Louisville Metro Police Department has treated this as an open and shut case. It's not until, you know, attention was given to this case and that, you know, people around the world started paying attention that they decided to do anything. And really, it's still not enough, and it's almost too late. But, you know, we're going to continue to press forward. The FBI is now investigating. And I say they thought it was an open and shut case because,
that's what I was about to ask you. Why haven't the officers, so it all started because of the no-knock warrant the police had prior to entering the completely wrong apartment and the killing of Breonna Taylor in the process. And I'm just curious why nobody's been charged for that. And when the man that they was looking for was already in jail.
Yeah, so the person they were looking for was already in jail. What we learned since the search warrant was released is that it contained lies, and the only thing that tied Breonna's apartment to the larger investigation of this unit is information that the officer said came from the postal inspector. The postal inspector said, no way, we did not give them the information. In fact, we gave them just the opposite. We said nothing suspicious was going to that apartment. And so just yesterday, so that information, the postal inspector information came out last month, and it was not until yesterday that the officer that swore out the report was placed on administrative reassignment. Again, too little, too late. He should not be placed on administrative reassignment. He should be terminated. That's perjury at a minimum. He presented this to a judge.
Yeah. Now, what can the public do to help ensure that justice is served?
At this time, is to continue to put pressure on, you know, the police chief to terminate these officers. The prosecution is in the hands of the Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron's office. Continue to press his office. These officers need to be charged. You know, today we have a vote with Metro Council. We're doing a push to ban all no-knock warrants. They have no business in investigations, so that people like Breonna, so that this doesn't happen to anyone else. Breonna Taylor did not deserve to die in her home in the manner in which she did.
Right. Can these officers be charged? What law? I know, I'm sure it's going to be a civil lawsuit, but can these officers be charged? This man go to jail because if he committed perjury and lied about the postal inspector, can they be charged?
At a minimum, we know we have the perjury because he did lie on the search warrant. The postal inspector has come out and confirmed that, you know, he did not say that. So you do have perjury on the officer that swore out the warrant. Lying on that police report ultimately led to the death of Breonna Taylor. What you also have is that the officers that entered into the home of Miss Taylor that night, they've continued to lie throughout the investigation, saying that they've announced themselves. We have 12 neighbors who say, you know, they did not announce themselves, including Kenny Walker, who I know you had on yesterday for his birthday. He said that they did not announce themselves, so he didn't know who was coming into the door. They recklessly fired into Breonna's apartment. They could not see where they were firing. They were firing into blinds. Not only did bullets go into Breonna's apartment, they also went into neighboring apartments. So you have an apartment with a 5-year-old child that was asleep that had bullets in it, and you had an apartment upstairs from Breonna. So they put too many civilians at risk with their reckless shooting.
Right, and so not only can the police not be charged, police now, at least as far as the law goes, can just go to anybody's apartment or whatever and lie and just kick the door down and shoot and kill everybody in there, and nothing can be done about it.
That's what we're trying to change.
The law that's on the books, pretty much.
No, the law that's on the book does not allow them to do that. It's just that until the FBI was involved, the only people investigating themselves was their own department, and we've seen from the incident report they released yesterday, from the grand jury presentation against Mr. Walker, that they've done a piss poor job of that.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, attorney Lonita Baker, one of the lawyers representing the Breonna Taylor family, thank you so much. We're going to be talking to you again because, I'm real upset about this right here. I didn't even want to do the interview because I get too mad and take that baby's life like that, 27 years old, and was in the bed sleeping. I just can't imagine the horror and the terror that both of them felt. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us this morning, and please keep us up to date on this. And thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, how one more time, who do people need to call? Who do they need to call to put pressure on the Attorney General's office or whoever they need to put pressure on to try to get some justice for this case?
So the Attorney General's office would be responsible for charging the officers. That's Daniel Cameron, Kentucky Attorney General, and then the Louisville Metro Police Chief Schroeder for terminating these officers, because at this point they should not be patrolling our streets and we should not be paying their salary. So,
all right. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Attorney Lonita Baker. Y'all, thank you so much. All right, we got.